What's up, guys, and welcome to the first episode of The Pearl. I know I've kind of talked about doing a podcast, so this is kind of going to be it. The name kind of means this, like, Ender Pearl, which is, like, original series on my TikTok, and I mean, just kind of jumping around. And not to be confused with the book, The Pearl, which are two completely different things. During this podcast, I'm just going to kind of talk about, like, sports, Minecraft in particular, because that's mainly my channel, and then other games that I'm going to play when they come out. Along with like current day topics, and then I'm gonna do some "Am I the Asshole" Reddit posts, and then "Would you rather" at the end. So first I'm gonna talk about sports. We're gonna do some week one prediction, or week 4 of the NFL season predictions. We have predictions for this week. Seahawks versus Cardinals. I don't know if this will be out before this video episode. This game happens. I think the Seahawks are gonna win. The Seahawks looked so good last weekend. They're gonna be hard to beat. I know the Cardinals are 2-0, or they were 2-0. I don't know if they won last week. Um, I think I don't know if they did or not. Um, I think the Vikings are gonna win too. Carson Wentz looked so good last weekend, and honestly, I don't think the Steelers are that good. I mean, it's overseas, so I don't know how it'll go, because who knows, Aaron Rodgers might be able to get some sort of medicine over there that might help him. Commanders Falcons. I both teams confuse me because I think uh, with Jaden Daniels being hurt, like they're favored right now, but who knows? The Falcons just kind of looked bad last week. Didn't even score, so I have to say the Commanders are gonna win. Saints Bills easily. Saints are horrible. Um, Josh Allen's just gonna drop 30 on them, and Saints can't even score a point. Um, Browns Lions are gonna easily win. Browns just got a terrible Jordan Love last week, and it's at the Lions. And the Lions look really good the last 2 weeks. Um, Titans Texans. The Texans are favored. I think the Texans are probably gonna win because the Titans are very good. But I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Titans upset this week. Panthers Patriots. Patriots I feel like are gonna have to win. Panthers aren't good enough to score, let alone like it's gonna be the Patriots. Like they're gonna have to get lucky and play well in order to win. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers somehow won. Uh, Chargers Giants. It's first start for Jackson Dart. I feel like he said on Twitter or something that his first win's gonna be a win, or first game's gonna be a win. So I'll be intrigued to see that. But I think Chargers are gonna win. Like it's a rookie. Rookies don't win very often. Especially in their like start. I don't know what the stat is for that, but it's not very good. Eagles Bucks. The tush push needs to be figured out or something because it's broken. I mean that's all the Eagles are is the tush push. Um, I think they're probably gonna win because they're gonna get a tush push to win the game or something. But I, if the betting market's right, then I would put it on the Bucks, like the money line at least plus 3.5. I feel like the Eagles could easily win on like a field goal or something at the end of the game. Colts Rams. Colts have been looked really good, so I'm surprised that the Rams are minus 3.5, or yeah, minus 3.5. I could see the Colts winning this game just because of how good Daniel Jones has looked, but we'll have to see this weekend. This is a toss-up game for me, honestly. I think both these teams can win. Um, Jags at 49ers. I think 49ers are going to easily win. Trevor Lawrence is just not good, respectfully. Um, but the 49ers with Mac Jones are just weird. So, like, I could see it going, like, weirdly. I think it comes down to the end for sure. Maybe, like, a field goal, like, at the end to get that 3. Ravens Chiefs is I feel like, gonna be a great game. Chiefs are kind of figuring out what they need to do, but without wide receivers and your tight end just not doing well, it's gonna be hard. Bears Raiders. I'm a Bears fan, so I hope the Bears win. They looked really good last week, but with the Raiders being favorited, I don't know. Tom Brady being in the booth, conspiracy. That's just me. I don't really know what to expect from that game. Um, so I have the Bears winning. Actually, I don't even know if I should take the Bears winning. I should just expect them to lose every week. But if their offense plays the way they did last week, they should win. Um, it just all depends on the defense. Like who's gonna even play this week is the real thing. Um, and then Packers Cowboys. Packers looked so bad last week. So if Jordan Love can play the way he normally plays, they should win that game. But also the Cowboys are really bad. If CeeDee Lamb's out for however long, I don't see them winning this game because the Packers are a lot better than the Bears, and their defense alone, like a Micah Parsons revenge game, they'll probably get like 4 sacks or something stupid. Um, so I think the Packers are gonna easily win that game. Jets Dolphins. I'm surprised Miami's favored. They looked good at the end of that Buffalo game, or like throughout the game, and then they kind of like corrupted at the end. But I don't know. The Jets just aren't good. If Justin Fields can like run a lot, then I see it because it's at Dolphins, so it's like warm weather and at night. I don't know. I think I have the Dolphins in this one just because like they're still kind of fighting. They haven't completely given up yet. And Bengals Broncos, yeah, easy Broncos. Broncos look really good this season. Um, and then the Bengals are just they need to figure out a quarterback with Joe Burrow being hurt. But here's my final thing. Seahawks, Vikings, Commanders, Bills, Lions, Texans, Patriots, Chargers, Eagles. I think Colts are going to win this game. 49ers, Ravens, Bears, Packers, Dolphins, and Broncos. Here's a kind of look at the MLB postseason. You got Phillies, the Brewers, the 1 and 2. I didn't even know the Phillies were good, to be honest. Is this the accurate one? It's updated September 23rd, so that was yesterday. Um, Cubs in fourth, fifth, and then the Mets getting that sixth spot, which might have changed yesterday, but the AL, I think it's kind of locked up. Like most of these teams are pretty good. Let's look at the tightest race. AL Central, like there's some change. I'm hoping the Tigers make it. They get that six if they can't get in higher. Tigers are just a fun team to watch. I haven't really paid that much attention to baseball because it's football season now. But the Cardinals are somehow surprisingly still in it. Like they have to win out, and some teams have to lose. We can look at full standings here. So here are the final standings right now. We can look at there's a wild card. So yeah, for the AL, most of these teams, these all clinched, and then kind of like a fight between the Tigers, Astros, and the Red Sox. Kind of have to win out, or at least like win more than the Astros. So like the Lions could or the Tigers could realistically bump up a little bit. I don't know if they could win. Yeah, they can still win their division because I think they're in the Central. I don't know how they clinched. Is that what that means? I know it's just Central. So I think the Guardians and the Tigers will both make it. It just depends on the Red Sox. But I also don't know who's played or who still has to play. When you go down the NL, you see that the Padres and the Cubs both, I think, have clinched a playoff spot, and Padres, the Dodgers are still kind of fighting for that spot. Um, and then you got like a wild race between the Mets, Diamondbacks, Reds, and Cardinals. Um, San Francisco San Francisco Giants kind of screwed themselves out of a spot with being where they've lost. They're 2-8 the last 10 games, and those last 2 games that they've lost have not helped a lot. The Cardinals I think need to win like all 6 of the games, and then these teams need to lose all theirs basically in order if they want to make it because they're 3.5 games back. I don't suspect they're gonna make it. Out of these 3 teams, I think if the Reds made it, I think I would be the most excited about them because the Reds can be kind of like unique the way they play. Um, so I'm hoping they win. The Cubs can beat the Mets, that'd be great. Um, Diamondbacks just need to lose. The Reds, they play in Pittsburgh, so like they're gonna win those games, or at least they should. But I think it's gonna be like these 5 teams, and I'm hoping it's the Reds. But the Mets, like on a comedy standpoint, I think it'd be fun if the Mets make it and then lose in fashion, or if they play, who they play, the Brewers, I think. So they're gonna have to play. It'd be funny if like the Brewers are gonna choke, and then it'd be funny if they play the Phillies somehow, or I don't know how exactly. Oh, it's 2 byes, so they'd play. These 2 teams would go by, so they'd play the Dodgers, I guess. But the Dodgers are gonna be like Dodgers are just so weird. I think they're gonna win them regardless of whoever they play. Um, I already said these for that. Now we're gonna get into some Minecraft talk. If you guys have been paying attention to my recent YouTube videos or paying attention to streams, you've seen most of the updates to my world. Um, I just built all those farms. I got the iron farm, bamboo sugarcane farm, and then I got some like automatic trial chamber kind of like XP farms kind of. I'm just trying to find things to do. I went to Woodland Mansion one of the streams. Didn't really find too much. So I'm just trying to find new ideas. I'm thinking about like the hill on top of my above my house. I'm thinking about flattening it all in order to make a castle kind of like around that whole area. If something that you guys want to see, um, I think that'd be like the best use of that area because I think a castle would be kind of cool. I kind of built like a house in Creative World that I thought about putting there. It was a really big house with a pool and like a driveway and everything. But with it being like survival, it's kind of weird. I've also added a lot of new mods to the server or to I guess my world. It's not really server, but trying to think like new things to add because it's just to make it a little bit more unique and fun stuff to do. Like having the tree cutter data pack is pretty cool because you can just like mine like one log and then it cuts it all down. Um, Overall, like that's mainly my world. I'm trying to find new stuff to do and new stuff to build. I'm kind of at the point where it's like trying to find that like passion to do something. Now going into new servers, I've streamed it a lot, like Hypixel, the last couple of days, the last like week or two, and I've had a lot of fun playing it just because you can kind of do a whole bunch of stuff. I'm doing a lot of the duels, especially on stream. I'm getting better at it. I'm still learning how to do PvP because I'm not very good at it because I lose a lot. But I thought about doing some YouTube series like trying to become the best PvPer. Um, but I'm doing that and then like the pit, which pit you can collect gold and you upgrade your stuff. But I'm like kind of stuck because I'm level 40 something and all the new people, like the people who have been there for a while, um, have such like better armor and loot and stuff, so they instantly kill me compared to like the other people. Um, and then I've been playing some other modes like the guessing like you're building or different like quick builds and stuff. Have been pretty fun. And then UHC, which I'm still trying to learn about because I feel like I'm just getting killed by like some dude who like instantly mines to me, or it's just people that are over prepared because they can get different kits and like different custom crafts that are just their armor and loot is so much better than mine. So I kind of have to just like kind of grind until I get to that point. Um, then I've kind of tried some other servers like Flame Frags. I've done some PvP stuff, and then I'm trying to learn how to mace combat because I have a mace on my world and it being unique to see against mobs and stuff. So that's some of the stuff that uh, I've done. Some other stuff, like progress, like different worlds, and trying to figure out like where I want to take my my world. Where if I want to make a server, like what stuff I want to do for YouTube wise, along with just trying to figure out where I want to take this channel and where I want to just go with TikTok and YouTube and stuff. Because I start my new job soon, and that'll take up a lot of my time. Like, not that I usually stream late in the day, but I'm just intrigued to see how that will work. Still gonna try to post videos and stuff, but we'll have to see how it goes. You guys have to let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see future videos. Like, if you want to see me continue this podcast, or if you want to see me add people, like any other content creators you want me to see, like collab with, because I'd like to do a server, but like I don't know how to open one along with like paying for it and stuff. So if you guys do know anyone that kind of has something that you want to see me do, please let me know. Um, and then videos I watched, I've been paying a lot of attention to like the Lifesteal server. Um, I think Naked and Afraid. I'm on episode 2. I think I just finished, or maybe I'm just in the middle of it. And then like I'm in a lot in the like Wimbu arc. Just seeing him being like the Invisible Man. And him with like that whole series play out, like him and Flame not realizing he was teaming with them to try to kill Booster. It's just cool to see. I don't know if you guys are also watch that content, along with I just started a new video that Parrot posted today on Wednesday the 24th. I'm searching for like a lost underwater or something, so I'm intrigued to see where that goes. I've been like a lot of people, like the big Minecraft YouTubers, I've been paying a lot of attention to them, just trying to find ideas of stuff I could do, along with like learning how they commentate to make my stuff better. I know a lot of their stuff is scripted, and that could be something I could try in the future. Um, but you guys have to let me know if that's something you guys want to see, um, or like what you want to see me do. Like base, if you want me to try to like copy or like base my stuff off of them, I could do that. Now I'm gonna get into some other games topics. The BO7 multiplayer trailer dropped last couple days or last week or something, and it's pretty cool to see like how they're gonna implement uh omni movement in the game. Uh, I think having like that wall running kind of bounce is gonna be cool to see. Um, it's gonna be exploited somehow. Like I know hackers are gonna use it somehow to like break the game, and it's just up to them if they fix it. Um, the beta comes out next week, I believe, so I'm intrigued to see how that will play. I plan on playing it a couple days, hopefully, depending on my schedule. Um, so yeah, and then like seeing with Battlefield 6, they release in October, whereas you know or Battlefield 7 or Black Ops 7 releases in November. So I'm gonna see how like people take Battlefield 6 in October and how it affects Black Ops 7. Because I'm excited for both games. I don't know if I'll buy Battlefield 6 depending on how much it costs, just because I have Black Ops 7 on Game Pass. So I would guarantee play Black Ops 7, and then I don't know about Battlefield 6. And hot topics. Today or yesterday was supposed to be the Rapture. I didn't get Rapture. I don't know if anyone did, but it was funny seeing all the people that like. One person said that um, their neighbor or someone sold them their house, or some lady sold their house thinking they were gonna get raptured, and then the person that bought it was like, "Yeah, I'm not giving that back." So I want to know how all the people that gave away their stuff are gonna handle like that they didn't get raptured. Are we gonna do some? Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for not answering the door when my mom's ex or my ex's mom showed up at my apartment unannounced? This happened a couple of years ago, but I was talking about crazy mother-in-law stories with a friend, and she thinks I was an asshole. I've sole custody of my children. My ex and his family live about 9 hour drive from me. One day at around 9 a.m., there was knocking on my bedroom window. I peek through the bottom of the blinds. I just see women's sneakers, so I peek higher and make eye contact with my ex's mom. All I can think is WTF. The apartment where I live are not gated, so anybody can drive onto the property, just not go in buildings without a key. Which means ex's mom couldn't knock on my door because she couldn't enter my building. Anyway, now that she's seen me, I change and go see why she's there. Only reason why she has my address is because a few months back she asked to mail some stuff for the kids, and I dumbly gave her my address. She tells me she was in the neighborhood. I asked why. She didn't call me before arriving, and she said it was a last-minute decision. I let her in and she sees the kids for a bit. When she leaves, I tell her next time she needs to give me a heads up before arriving, and I'm not talking 10 minutes before. I need at least 1 week notice. So this is where I might be the H. About 4 months later, she pulls this stuff again. When I hear the tapping on my window, I know exactly who it is. I don't bother looking out the window. She starts calling me. After the fifth call, I answer. He tells me to open up because she wants to see the kids. I'm like, what? I'm not even home. Why she didn't tell me she was coming? I'm 45 minutes away visiting my dad with the kids. She demands dad's address. I refuse to give it to her. I tell her I have no idea when I will be home. Yes, complete lie. Anyway, she doesn't believe me. She thinks I'm home again. Says it was a last minute decision. I hang up on her. I'm getting texts from ex demanding I let his mom see the kids. I tell him what I told her, I'm not home. Imagine my surprise when I hear the police banging on my door a few minutes later. I don't answer. I get a call from a random number, the police officer. He is there to perform a wellness check because ex's mom hasn't heard from me in 3 days and is extremely worried. Also, according to him, it is illegal not to answer the door when a police officer knocks. I tell him she is lying. I just spoke to her on the phone. She showed up unannounced. I made it clear to her not to do that. I'm out with my family, and I don't need to come back because she showed up unannounced. She is X's mom, and I don't have to talk to her. After that phone call, I get a text from X calling me an AH, and how hard would it have been to let his mom see the kids when she drove all the way up there just to see them. I want to make it clear, I don't mind her visiting, I don't mind her being around my kids, but I can't stand her showing up unannounced and demanding to see my kids like that. It was just like there's a weird power trip. I don't believe she's the NTA. Woman weaponize police against you. Woman no longer gets any part of your life. Next time she tries anything, just use the phrase "You called the police on me" when she deflects. We lied to the police and just kept begging on some version of that. X gets the same story. She called the police on me and lied. She is dangerous. Wow, that's funny. Yeah. I don't think she's a hole. Like it's crazy that someone would call the police just to get that. You just have to let me know in the comments if you guys believe the same thing. I think it's crazy that she would do that. You guys have to let me know. This is kind of a Minecraft one of a would you rather. Would you rather spend 24 hours in creative mode IRL or spend 24 hours in spectator mode IRL? I don't know. I feel like creative mode would be really nice just because you could you could get anything you wanted. So it'd be like unlimited gold, and then you'd just be super rich. But who knows how the effect of the economy would go? But you could basically get anything you wanted, which would be nice. Whereas like spectator mode, you're not really being able to get out of it. Um, but you could definitely like hear what people say about you. Um, but I don't know if this is based on Minecraft or I don't, someone said I'd put down as many redstone clocks as possible with piston output, infinite energy. um, 8 million lag machines. Uh, but I would have to say the creative mode. You just have to let me know, like, if you want to hear something or like it'd be cool to be in spectator mode to listen to like top Clarence people, like listening to the president talk or like anything like that. But then eventually that would run out and you'd only hear so much. Whereas I feel like creative mode, you could be able to help yourself and put yourself in a position to succeed, and then maybe you would be able to hear those kind of topics. So you guys have to let me know in the comments which one you guys would choose. We could do another one. Here's a kind of stupid one. Would you rather receive $2 for every French fry you eat per day, or $1 for every push-up you do a day? I feel like this is an easy one. Like $2 for every French fry. If you ate 50 French fries, which is say a large French fry. I don't know how many French fries are in a large French fry, but if you could eat 50 French fries, that's $100 a day, which over 365 days is, I guess, like what's that, 36? Yeah, if you could eat two 50 French fries, or even say 100, if you ate 100, that'd be around like $73,000, which eating 100 French fries as a job would not be terrible, because especially that you could eat a lot more every day. Like so, you could even push it off to like one day a week. You just eat like 1,000 French fries, and you make that much money. You make $2,000 every week. Whereas like $1 push up, say at most, say you did 100 push ups, you still are only at $100 compared to you would be at $200 for every French fry. And then you could also do those push ups. You could say that every French fry you eat is $2, but like you give away $1 for every push-up you don't do for those French fries. So I would have to say that mine would be every French fry, but you guys will have to let me know in the comments. I think it's gonna be all for the first podcast. I want to thank you guys if you do tune into this, and make sure you guys leave your answers or any thoughts you have on this new podcast, as I've kind of been like asking and talking about doing this for a while. I want to thank you for tuning in. Let me know anything else you guys would like to see, or any topics, or any thoughts on based on my predictions or my thoughts. Um, Along with anything else you want to talk about in future episodes or streams or anything like that. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. I don't know how to post this on other platforms. Um, but that's pretty much it. Also like, subscribe, follow me on the other platforms, and that's pretty much it. Peace!
From the pitch to the pixelated world, every shot and every swirl, catch the spark inside the pearl.